Hello, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Am I
Hello.
audible?
Yes, madam. Yes, madam. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Shall we start? Geeta ma'am, shall we start now?
Yes, madam.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning. So, a very good morning to our respected dignitaries, our eminent speakers, esteemed faculty members, research scholars, students, and all the participants who have joined us today. I, Dr. Anjali Sharma, on behalf of Guru Gobind Singh College of Pharmacy and Amar Shahid Baba Ajit Singh Jujhar Singh Memorial College of Pharmacy, Bela, extend a warm welcome to all of you in the National Conference on Pharmacovigilance being organized on the occasion of 5th National Pharmacovigilance Week. The theme for this year Pharmacovigilance Week is Your Safety Just a Click Away, Report to PvPI. This theme emphasizes the importance of patient safety and reminds us that pharmacovigilance is not just a professional duty but also a moral responsibility. We are truly privileged to have with us today our two eminent speakers, Mr. Kuldeep Sharma sir, Assistant Professor, Guru Gobind Singh College of Pharmacy, Yamunanagar. I welcome you, sir. And Dr. Ajay Singh Kushwaha, Professor, ASBAS, JSM College of Pharmacy, Bila, Ropar. I welcome you, sir. Before we invite our esteemed speakers, let us reflect upon the today's theme. Your safety just a click away, reports to PvPI. In an era of digital healthcare, Pharmacovigilance Program of India empower every healthcare professional and citizen to report adverse drug reactions at their fingertips, ensuring safer medicine and stronger public health. Today's session will provide us invaluable insights into the evolving landscape of pharmacovigilance. It is my privilege to introduce our first distinguished speaker of the day, Mr. Kuldeep Sharma sir, Assistant Professor in the Department of Pharmacology at Guru Gobind Singh College of Pharmacy. Mr. Kuldeep Sharma earned his M.Pharm in Pharmacology from Chandigarh College of Pharmacy and is presently pursuing his PhD at Punjabi University, Patiala, with collaborative research at AIIMS, New Delhi. His doctoral work explores the role of adenosine and cannabinoid receptors in cardioprotective mechanism. With nearly a decade of academic and research experience, he has served at reputed institutions including Punjabi University Patiala, Chandigarh University Mohali, and AIIMS New Delhi. He has authored more than 25 research and review articles in high impact peer reviewed journals and contributed several book chapters in the area of cardiovascular pharmacology, neuropharmacology, and drug discovery. Mr. Sharma is also a reviewer for international journals such as Cancer Medicine, Current Cardiology Reviews, and Frontiers in Behavioral Neurosciences. His contributions have been recognized through prestigious honors, including the Professor O.D. Gulati Award for the Best Work in Cardiovascular Pharmacology at EPSCON 2024 and the Best Researcher Award by INSO Awards in the year 2022. We are truly privileged to have such a dynamic young researcher with us today. Now I invite Mr. Kuldeep Sharma sir to deliver his session. Sir, the virtual stage is all yours, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am. First of all, a very good morning to everyone present there. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for this nice narration about me.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Before I start to the presentation part, I just want to special thank to the organizing chair of this particular event for giving me the opportunity to speak in this on this occasion of Pharmacovigilance Week, which we are celebrating between 17th to 23rd of September. So let me share the slide. Just wait for a moment, ma'am. Ma'am, is it visible to everyone?
Yes, sir, it's absolutely visible.
Okay, so today I'll be going to talk about the topic entitled Pharmacovigilance, ensuring drug safety for better health. So without taking much of your time, I just want to start with these facts and figure about adverse drug reactions of the drugs and that we might not be aware of. So if we see, it is already documented that around 35% of the hospitalized patients are experienced an adverse drug reactions. And it is also documented that around 3,50,000 of the hospitalization are only due to the adverse drug events. And this is the fourth leading cause of death nowadays, even after cardiovascular disorder and cancer. And it is also predicted that around 1 lakh of the patients die every year due to only adverse drug reactions. So this is a very special statement. Dying from a disease is sometimes unavoidable, but dying from a medicine is always unacceptable. So this is really true. If you die due to any disease, it may be sometimes unavoidable, but if you are dying due to any medicine, dying due to any ADR, it is really unacceptable by the patient itself and by the guardian of the patients. So this is why this pharmacovigilance branch exists. So let me just give a brief outline of this pharmacovigilance. It's a combination of two basic words, which is pharmacon and vigilier. This pharmacon stands for drug and vigilier stands for keep watch, or you can say keep aware. So as per the WHO, which is World Health Organization, it's a pharmacological sciences, or it's a branch of biomedical sciences which basically deals with collection, detection, assessment, monitoring, and prevention of all the adverse reactions which are occurring basically with the pharmaceutical products and other products. So that is why we need the pharmacovigilance to assess these all the areas. So now this slide is showing why do we need the pharmacovigilance. So this is the first reason. In United Kingdom, around 5,700 people die every year due to only adverse drug events. And this is another statement which is documented in United States of America also. People die. This is the fourth to sixth commonest cause of death. And there are 2-3 more reasons why do we need this pharmacovigilance. The first reason is due to unavailability of insufficient data from clinical trials, because clinical trials are not much expanded on the market level so that they can obtain the data, and also the preclinical studies also limited the ADRs. So that is only the reason. This is another slide which is also touching the outline of the need of pharmacovigilance. First is humanitarian concern. So if we talk about this, if we are not aware of the ADR, people will die due to these ADRs. So that's why we do need this pharmacovigilance. Next is it may cause sudden death. Next, promoting rational use of medicines and adherence. If we are not promoting the rational use, the people will use medicines otherwise and they will die due to that. And there are some ethical concerns also. That is only why we need pharmacovigilance. So now the next very important point is what should be the objective of pharmacovigilance? There are 4 major objectives which we have to deal with. First one is patient care. So this pharmacovigilance is actually ensuring the patient care and safety. If we assess the ADR before the time, then we can guide the patient, we can guide the other people that this drug is causing this type of particular ADR. So it improves the patient care as well as safety of the public health. Second one is obviously public health. Early detection of unknown safety problem always leads to the public health. Next, this is very important, risk benefit assessment. This pharmacovigilance department actually deals with the risk benefit assessment. If risk of the drug is more, and benefit is less, then that drug should be evaluated again and it should be withdrawn from the market. But if it is timely assessed, then it will be run and it will be for the betterment of the health. And pharmacovigilance also cause the communication for understanding the clinical training to the health professional and normal public also. So these are few objectives which is basically pharmacovigilance is dealing with. Now, when we take any drug, there could be two types of outcomes. One could be desirable therapeutic effect, and second could be undesirable adverse action. So these desirable therapeutic effects are always mentioned in the insert, which is, you can say, folio, which is inserted in the package of the medication. It is always mentioned, but undesirable side effect, undesirable reactions are not always mentioned. So they should be mentioned over there. Now, this is very important to know how much type of ADRs we have. So according to these scientists, Rollin and Thompson, they have given the classification of ADR. There are basically six types of ADR, type A to type F. So if we see type A, they are generally dose related and expected outcome of the drug. And basically they are related to the pharmacological activity of the drug. So the best example for this is salbutamol, which causes tachycardia. Although this salbutamol is beta sympathomimetic, it dilates the bronchi. It is the most widely used drug for the asthmatic patients. But how it causes the tachycardia? Due to only the reflex vagal stimulation mechanism, which is sensing by the brain, and it further leads to the adrenaline. And then this adrenaline increases the heart rate and further causes tachycardia. So move to the second type, which is type B, which is not related with the dose. This is the more serious type of reactions, which is generally happens with the chemotherapeutic drugs like penicillin. It causes a JH reaction, or you can say other hypersensitivity reactions. Next we have is type C, which is also dose and time related, which is basically happens due to the combination of the drug. When we take same category of drug, multiple drugs we are taking from the same category, then these type of drugs, ADR, will be happening, like non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs induce nephropathy. Although NSAIDs generally causes gastritis, that is a general well-reported side effect of NSAIDs, but it also induces nephropathy. Specifically, it occurs with like aspirin and ibuprofen, which is most widely used. So these drugs will start accumulating in your nephron after a long time intake. Then they will they will obstruct the blood flow of the kidney and they will cause the nephropathy. Next type of ADR we have is delayed hypersensitivity reaction, that is carcinogenesis and teratogenicity. And in this thalidomide, which I'm going to talk about in the upcoming slides, so this I'll discuss over there in detail, what is thalidomide and how it causes phacomelia. Next we have is type E. These are basically happens after the withdrawal of the drug after long time intake. Suppose we start taking any steroid. This is the major side effect of steroid. When we suddenly stop the intake of steroids, it will cause Addisonian crisis. This is nothing. This is just the adrenal insufficiency, and your body in this condition is not able to synthesize the enough cortisol. So it will lead to the kidney impairment. Last type of ADR we have is type F, which is due to the failure of the therapy. So it may be due to several reasons. It could be due to the prescription fail. It could be the misdiagnosis. It could be the misselection of the medications. It may happen due to the involvement of the medical staff, doctors, or nurses also. So this is just the brief outline of the types of ADRs. Now, what could be the sources of adverse event reports? How we can collect the data? So first is solicited reports. In this, we have clinical trials are there that we conduct phase 1 to phase 4, and observational post-marketing surveillance studies, that is also known as post-marketing clinical trial phase. And these unsolicited report like patient support programs is also there. Disease management strategies also there. Market survey, from surveying the market, you can collect the data. From registries are just the pharmacovigilance document in which ADRs of the drug is always reported. Pharmacoeconomics and quality of life questionnaire. We can go to the door to door. We can ask to the patients that what kind of ADR you are facing. So these type of strategy may be followed. Now, this is very important slide. So as we all of aware, this thalidomide tragedy, which basically happens due to the intake of thalidomide. And let me just give a brief outline of thalidomide. This thalidomide was most widely used drug from the pregnant females. It was basically used by the pregnant females and for management of morning sickness when they face in the morning time as an antiemetic. Later on, it was observed the females who were taking the thalidomide, they were having phocomelia problem in their fetus. The baby which were born with the thalidomide intake, they were born with the phocomelia. Phocomelia is nothing. This is just impairment in the structure of the limbs. As we can in the photographs, it could be upper limbs, hands could be there, feet could be there. So inability to walk will be there. But later on, it was withdrawn from the market. So around, it is documented, around more than 20,000 baby were suffered from phocomelia. So that's why it was treated as a thalidomide disaster. Next, another best example is rofecoxib, which belongs to the category of selective COX-2 inhibitor, which are non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. So this is also withdrawn. This is basically formulated by the Merck Pharmaceuticals, and there was the severe reaction of the heart attack, and it led to the death. More than 38,000 people were died due to intake of this Vivox, which was a branded Merck pharmaceutical product, which contains the rofecoxib. So, but later on, it was also withdrawn. Next, this is very, very important, and we might not be aware of this. Paracetamol tragedy, but it was this paracetamol tragedy was only confined to the Bangladesh only. It was not spread to the other countries. So there was two pharmaceutical companies. One is Adflame Pharmaceutical and second one is Reed Pharmaceutical. Actually, they formulated the spurious or adulterated pharmaceutical formulations in the form of syrups, which was basically taken by the children's. So by intake of this, around more than 100 child were died. But later on, it was also withdrawn from the market. Now the question arises, we have studied about the ADRs, types of ADRs, what is ADR, and what kind of disaster can happen. Now, how we will report these ADRs? There are many ways. First is we can report by just calling through the phone directly to the PvPI, which I'm going to discuss in the future further slides. We just call to the National Coordination Center directly by the phone and we can report them. We can put an email also and we can directly send an SMS also. But now the next thing is when to report. It should not be delayed. Within 24 hours of occurrence of this particular event of adverse drug reaction, we should report to the concerned people. Now, who are the people who is responsible for the this recording of these particular ADRs? The first, obviously, the patient. The patient is obviously himself experiencing the ADR, so he or she can tell to the patient, tell to the doctor or the coordinator of the pharmacovigilance center. They can report directly. Next, we have is doctors. Next, other medical advisory teams. It may include nurses. It may include other paramedical staff. They also can report about the ADR. Next is medical staff. Next is MIO. This MIO is Medical Information Officer. So all these people basically contribute to the reporting of the adverse drug events. Now the question arises, what we have to report, what to be documented while we are reporting for any kind of information regarding adverse drug reaction. The first very important thing is we need to basically write about the patient details. What is the patient, what is the gender, and what is the basic age of that particular patient, and with the contact number and special condition also noted, like whether the female is pregnant or non-pregnant. So these all the types of details we should we should document about the adverse drug reaction reporting. Next is reporter detail. This is the person who is actually responsible for documenting. Wait for a moment, I'm sorry. Ma'am, I'm audible? Actually, there was some technical glitch. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
Yes,
let
sir.
me share the
Audible,
slide.
audible, sir.
Yeah, let me
audible.
share the slide, please. Visible, sir?
Now it's
Yes, sir.
visible, sir.
Okay. So we were talking about the reporter details. These are the very important person who is actually responsible for recording the parameters. So name of the reporter should be there. What is the occupation, whether he or she is a doctor, whether he or she is a paramedical staff or any other officials. Address in which organization he or she is working and the contact number. Next is what kind of ADR is basically faced by that particular patient. Date of onset. This is very important. When it was occurred, what was the basic symptoms which was observed by the patient, and what was the outcome after once observed the symptoms are there, then what was the outcome, what was the eventual outcome of that particular ADR. Next is what was the severity, whether it is mild, moderate or serious. Next is we have to record about the suspected products also, along with their brand name, dose, frequency, what was the route of administration which was basically selected for the administration of drug. Next, batch number of that particular medication and medical history also of the patients. So these all the details we need to document for while we are reporting the adverse drug reaction. Next, this is very, very important. These are actually the statement which are normally given by the pharmaceutical companies. These are some myths that all the ADRs are documented by the time the drug is marketed. But as we all know, they are never documented. Next, uncertainty about casualty. They usually say casualty can happen anytime, but few of the ADR is already reported that we can document and that we can aware for the patients. Next, one reported case cannot make a difference. This is absolutely false. One reported ADR can make a big difference. Like we can see the thalidomide disaster. If it is reported priorly that it is not working on the pregnant females, then we would have saved around more than 20,000 of the children's. Next, ADR should only be reported if certain and non-side effect should not be reported. So these are just myth. Next, what is the basic reason why the people are not able for the reporting? Why there is a reason of under-reporting? First is, as we all are aware of, we are working in the private organization, workload of the people. People are so busy in their professional life, so they are unable, they are not getting any time to report the ADRs, or you can say whatever the kind of symptoms they are facing. Next, uncertainty about the casualty. They don't know about anything. They are not aware of the casualty, what can happen to you next time. Next is unsure of usefulness of information. And this is again very important, lack of awareness. People are not much aware of the ADR of the drugs and age of the molecule. Obviously, the age of the molecule is a very, very important parameter. Once the molecule is ancient, so definitely there will be some time of ADR will be experienced. So these are only the reasons why the underreporting is there. Now, this is very important slide, how this pharmacovigilance department actually works. So the first very important step is the data will be collected in the form of ICSR, which is individual case safety report. This ICSR is individual case safety report. This data will be collected and it will be entered in the database. There are several type of software which are used for the recording of data. I will be discussing in the upcoming slide. Then once this data is entered in the database, it will be processed by the AMC, which is Adverse Drug Reaction Monitoring Center. Next, it will be sent to the NCC, which is National Coordination Center panel. Then, like in India, the Pharmacovigilance Center is basically located. It was started in the AIIMS Delhi, and nowadays PGI Chandigarh is running very good in the efficient manner. This Pharmacovigilance Center. Next, once this NCC is observing the data, then it may be submitted to the Indian authority, which is CDSCO, Central Drug Standard Control Organization. And then this CDSCO further submit all the data to the World Health Center, which is the head office, that is UMC, Uppsala Monitoring Center, which is located in the Sweden. And then this Uppsala Monitoring Center finally assess the ADR and they will take the action. Now, next we have is some softwares which are very, very important for reporting the ADRs. The first very important software is VigiFlow. So this is a web-based individual case safety report management system, which is specifically basically designed for the use of National Center in collaboration with the WHO program for International Drug Monitoring Center. This basically version 5.1 is available. And the very important thing is the subscription for VigiFlow is free of cost, totally free of cost in India. And some other tools are also there like Arise, Argus, and VigiBase. These are some other softwares which can be used for the monitoring of the data. This Arise is basically used in the Europe. Argus is basically used for the USA. So these are some outline of the software which is basically used for the recording of the data of ADR. Now, how this VigiFlow's reporting system works? Actually, how it works. So the data will be received by the ICSR, which I have discussed in the previous slide. It will be received by the NCC. They will monitor it. If it is invalid or incomplete report, they will analyze the ICSR. If it is incomplete, they will send it back to the that particular organization which is actually reporting. But if it is valid or complete, then it will be submitted to the CDSO, and then CDSO further analyze, and then finally it will be submitted to the WHO UMC, which is Uppsala Monitoring Center, and then they will take the desired action. Next, this is the brief outline of pharmacovigilance framework. As I already discussed, these are the people who are actually responsible for reporting, like doctors can be there, pharmacists can be there, nurses can be there, other health professionals, and even customers can report the ADR. They will report the ADR and it will be detected and generated. Even the pharmaceutical industry also can report the ADR, but they doesn't do because there will be huge loss of the money. Once it is detected and generated, then this data will be evaluated from the software and initial analysis will be done. For casualty, there are two basic parameters. One is casualty, second one is risk. Second one is risk determination. Once these two parameters are properly assessed, then they will establish a report and it will be taken and decision will be taken and appropriate action will be taken regarding this. These actions can be in form of anything, whether it could be the instruction for inserting the package, or it could be some kind of warnings can be there. It could be some like changes in the schedule, in which schedule that drug actually falls, and risk management changes can be there. So once this is done, then finally the medicine prevents the problems. Now, this is the brief outline how the pharmacovigilance basically actually started in India. This is a brief history only. In the back 1982 and 1989, actually the Advanced Drug Monitoring Center was established in India at 12 regional centers. But later on in the 1997, India has joined the WHO program for monitoring the adverse drug reaction. And it was basically established at 3 centers. One is All India Institute of Medical Sciences, New Delhi. Then second one is KEM, which is King Edward's Medical College, Mumbai, and JLN, which is Jawaharlal Nehru Medical College. Later on in the 2004 to 2008, the National Pharmacovigilance Center program actually started, which is PvPI. Then in the 2010, it was completely run. And nowadays, PGI Chandigarh is actually efficiently running this pharmacovigilance program of India. And Professor Vikas Medhi is monitoring these all the things. Next we have is, this is the brief outline of Pharmacovigilance Program of India, PvPI. Actually, it was started by the WHO in 1997. Then in 2004, National Pharmacovigilance Program was started in India also. Then in 2010, AIMS and other hospitals which I discussed. But after 2010, it was shifted to the IPC, which is Indian Pharmacopeal Commission. they took over, which is located in the Ghaziabad. And since the year 2011, IPC is looking for monitoring of this center. Next, CDSO is another organization which is actually responsible for the monitoring and collecting of the data regarding ADR. So this is also very important. Mobile application, which is also launched by Government of India in collaboration with the Indian Pharmacovigilance Commission. This advanced drug reaction reporting application is also available on Play Store, which we can download. There are many options. Team of the peoples are there. We can directly report, we can directly code our ADR over there, and a message, alert message service is also provided by this particular application to the people. These are the some drug which are basically withdrawal due to the severe condition of ADRs, which is basically done by the US FDA. The first is phenacetin. It was basically causing the cancer and kidney disease. Next is methaqualone, addiction and overdose. Next is norepinephrine, which is hemolytic anemia. Troglitazone, which was causing the hepatotoxicity. Next is rofecoxib, which we already discussed. Myocardial infarction on heart attack was there. Next is thalidomide, phocomelia, and teratogenicity. Other side effects are also causing. Lysergic acid, which is a psychiatric drug, which was also withdrawn from the market. Diethylsterol, and many more like fenformin, which is the most widely used drug for the management of diabetes. It was also causing the severe lactic acidosis, and later on it was also withdrawn, but metformin is running in the market nowadays also. So this was all about from my side. With this, I'll stop my words, and I want to say just stay alert, stay healthy, and stay safe. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Kuldeep sir.
Thank you, ma'am. And if anybody is having any query, then I'll be happy to answer.
If anybody is having any queries, please chat them in the chat box, please. Actually, sir, it is streamlined, no?
Yeah, only 6 participants is being shown.
So thank you very much, sir, for your detailed and
ma'am.
engaging presentation. Your insights have truly deepened our understanding of pharmacovigilance. We truly appreciate your time, effort, and expertise that you invested in making this session so enlightening and inspiring, sir.
Actually, ma'am, it was so concised. Actually, I would have talked about more than 1 hour, but there was some time constraints.
Yes, sir. Due to time constraint, you
Therefore, we
have
are winding
concise your
up.
presentation, but
Yeah.
it was really wonderful, sir. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for sparing your valuable time.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now, it's my honor to introduce our second eminent speaker of the day, Dr. Ajay Singh Kushwaha, sir. I welcome you, sir. Sir, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, audible.
Okay, sir. So let's start. Let me introduce our speaker of the day, Dr. Ajay Singh Kushwaha, sir. Currently, sir is serving as professor and head of pharmacology at ASBA SJSM College of Pharmacy, Bela, Ropar. With over 19 years of academic and 16 years of research experience, he has made significant contributions to the field of pharmacology. He is the recipient of several prestigious awards, including Professor Emil Shroff Pharma Recognition Award in the year 2024 and Professor Janendra Jain Memorial Best Researcher Award in the year 2023, along with the Best Teacher Honor in 2009 and 2016. Dr. Kushwaha has successfully led and contributed to funded projects such as DST, FIST projects 95 lakh and AICTE MODROP project 11.16 lakh. His scholarly contribution include 30 plus Scopus SCI indexed publications with more than 450 citation alongside 3 basic patents, 10 design patents, and 21 copyrights. As a dedicated mentor, he has supervised 46 MPharm students and is currently guiding 5 PhD scholars. His area of expertise include cardiac pharmacology, neurodegeneration, ischemic reperfusion models, animal experimentation, and network pharmacology. Dr. Kushwa also holds key academic and professional positions, serving as member secretary of the Board of Studies and Academic Council, IAEC member secretary, deputy controller of examination, and PCI inspector. We are truly honored to have you with us today. Now I invite Dr. Ajay Singh Kushwa sir to please share his expertise with us. Sir, the virtual stage is all yours, sir.
Thank you, madam. Good morning, respected dignitaries, organizers, colleagues, and dear students. It is my honor to be today the National Conference of Pharmacovigilance. This conference is jointly organized by Guru Gobind Singh College of Pharmacy, Yamunanagar, Haryana, and Amar Saeed Baba Ajit Singh Jujhar Singh Memorial College of Pharmacy, Bela. The conference is very close to all of us as a healthcare professions. Your safety just a click away report to PvPI, which highlights the vital role of pharmacovigilance and the importance of active reporting of the ensuring of patient safety. Pharmacovigilance is defined. It is derived from the two Greek words. First one is pharma, that is the related to the drugs, and vigilance, that is the related to the watch. So it have to these two words that have to concluded that pharma vigilance, that have to simple terms to refer keeping of watch on drugs, not only their therapeutic benefits, but also for any adverse of unintended effect also. According to WHO, the definitions have, it is defined as it is a science and set of activities that are related to the detections, assessment, understandings, and preventions of adverse events or any other of possible drug related problems. In simple words, the science of monitorings of medical safety. Other than of allopathic drugs, some various drugs like related have involves like recombinant products, vaccines, blood products, as well as medical devices, herbal and formulations also, traditional system drug also, complementary medicines. It is ultimately aimed to the safeguard of public health by ensuring that the benefits of the medicines always of outweighing of the risk also. The basics of pharmacovigilance that have to lies of understanding balance between of adverse benefits and risk also. A medicine developed as a approved because it is a offer of significant benefits such as curing disease, relieving symptoms, or improving of quality lives. However, no one drugs have that to completely free of risk and side effect or adverse related of many occurs. Pharmacovigilance help us to the continuously evaluated of these risk or benefit ratio so that medicine remaining of safe, effective, and their advantages or outweigh of the potential them also. The basic of pharmacovigilance also involve in all parameters like monitorings, researching what that have to the side effect and how to overcomes, to assessing what is the intensity of the adverse effect also, and evaluating also. They have to early detections of by the some signal that have to indications to onset of these side effect, and collections of data. And these events appears to the how much of the populations, how much of the patients, and these all correlatively that have to work to the join of the pharmacovigilance to assess and that have to resolve of these problems also. Basic of pharmacovigilance in a previously slides also, that have to acceptability of any medicines. It depend on the beneficial ratio is the maximize and risk is the decreasing or minimize also. If a beneficial ratio is the increases and decreases also, and risk also increases, then these conditions all drugs have to become unacceptable. In recently, in April 80th 2025, 35 of fixed dose combinations drugs that have to banned by the government of India. The more regions of this drug ban have to the, they have to associated of the more side effect. Then next questions related, why is the pharmacovigilance and what is the need of pharmacovigilance? In context of clinical trial development of medications, some lack of data, some lack of flaws that have conditions have to need follow-up studies. In these of tables that have to clinical trials and clinical practice that have to correlated of like a number of patients in clinical trials that have to related of very few and up to the thousands of populations that have to involve in clinical trials. But in case of clinical practice, that up to millions of populations have to expose of these medication. Durations of these clinical trial studies, these have to up to the week. But clinical practice and treatment that have to become a month to year also. Population exposed in a clinical trials, this is only as per the guidelines, only and only healthy volunteers, patient also that have to involve in clinical trials as a voluntarily, and in a phase 3 conditions only have to patients that have to utilize in a restrictive manner also. But populations of clinical practice that up to all type of population involved like pregnant women, children's, elderly person also. Then concomitant medications in a clinical trial, that is the control manners. This is also in a control manner and avoided of all concomitant medications used in that particular of trial conditions. But in case of clinical trials that have to in a more of outpatient that have to involve, and they have to not monitors of the that person's use of any concomitant medications. Those also in a clinical trial conditions that are fixed, but in case of variability of the populations, variability of the patient also that have to dose in a form of the increasing or decreasing forms, this is also limitations that have clinical studies. And conditions also rigorous, more informative, but in conditions that have to clinical patients that are flexible, less informative, and less trackable conditioning also. Some historical examples that have to related that some drugs in a uh, provide a various of severe side effect, and they have to excluded of in a medication system in year of 1880s. Chloroform that have to first have to showing of cardiac depressions, and this is also drugs eliminated of in a medication system in year of 1922, arsenical compounds, and year of 1933, aminopurines, and most of interesting and one of the in year of 1961, thalidomide that have to utilize for the morning sickness, and it is have to become a major disasters and formations of teratogenetic effect, that is the Focomelia conditions. Learning from history, thalidomide disaster, tranquilizers, it is a launch in the year of 1957. It is the first reported that up to birth defect in year of 1959, and 30 reports of birth defect in year of 1961, and that of withdrawal afterwards, and more than of 10,000 infants affected by the Focomelia. These conditions have appears, and regions is the teratogenetic detections in the testings, duration or development of drugs in clinical trials, and these of teratogenetic effect not a measures in during of development studies also. After become of the conditionings, the modern systems and pharmacovigilance began in year of 1962 when the USA and revive its laws to the require of proof of both safety and efficacy before a drugs could be the marketed also. This is the first amendments, first regulatory that have to in year of 1962 that have to regulated of drug developments. After that, in year of 1963, the British committees have safety and drug was established, followed by the launch of UK or that have to prescribe a yellow card. This is the warning cards, and that have considered the drug is the in a vigilance, and after that they have to may have not a resolve of these side effect, and they become to the retraction conditions also. After that, reporting system in year of 1964 that have to launch, and in between of year 1964 and 1965, several countries included the UK, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, West Germany, and Sweden's also develop a national ADR reporting system also. In a coordinations, these efforts globally, the WHO set up the collaboration centers for the international drug monitorings, that is the situated in Geneva in year of 1968, which later of moved to Uppsala, that is the Sweden in year of 1978. These centers now known as the Uppsala monitoring centers and functional as a non-profitable foundations, and which is the international administrations board of the WHO policies and guidance of anti of self-financial of mechanism, and also severity and hub of the global of pharmacovigilance. In India, pharmacovigilance journey started in year of 1986 with the proposed of joint with the WHO Global Network in year of 1997. After the national programs offered of launch in year of 2004 to 2005, gradually expanded into the multi tiers of system and coordinations with the CDSCO, and initially AIM, All India Institute of Medical Institutes, started the coordinations of center in year of 2010, and latest that up to situated of in year of 2011 as a since lead to the pharmacovigilance at the national levels that up to formations. The mission of pharmacovigilance program in India and keep people safe by the makings and sure of mechanism and medicines of benefits are more than of the risk also. Objective set up the national systems to report of drug side effect like a spot spot of studies, new safety issues, and from the reported cases also. Check it medicines are safe and effective also. Help to authorize and make safe medicines decisions and promotions of rational use. And it is also take a short term goals like start the pharmacovigilance system in India. It is also achieved, including all medicines that have to targeting in a these systems involving all medical colleges first, and encourage of doctors, pharmacists, nurses reported and side effect also. In long terms manners, that have to expand it to all hospitals and health programs, make a online of repository as easy also, and make a ADR reportings to the normal habit and for the healthcare professions. The online monitorings on online reportings. This is the in recent of fifth pharmacovigilance programs. That is the included in this national theme also. Pharmacovigilance in India, the workout, it is showing in a flow charts. The people also that have to report of the adverse event also. The persons also included doctors, pharmacists, nurses, and other health worker also, and patient also. This is also to report of these detections of generations, and after that functionings of these, and after that of these structurals of functionings, and after that data collections to evaluated, and evaluations after that of decision makings and appropriate actions, and after that have to inform to the regulatory authorities, industries also, health services also, and health professions also, how to overcome of these medications side effect also. It is a mandatory if I ask and about कि इसमें pharmacovigilance that have to require it is mandatory. The answer is yes. As a part of current of guidelines, this is the in gadget notifications in a fifth schedules already that up to post marketing assessment in a new drugs and clinical trials. This is mandate to each drugs that have to become in a surveillance. Is there a prescribed form to use of reporters ADRs? Yes, this is the prescribed form that can be used to the report of ADR, which can be downloaded from the website already that have to freely available. And why pharmacovigilance regulations is requires after the approval of medications and product related safety informations and continuous medications, regulatory bodies and market authorization. This is the mandatory to safety data can be the useful in reviewings of product safety, and informations and importance of required changes in prescribed informations like packaging insert formations. Package insert also that up to information of additionally in included of newer products. If some additional informations in during of clinical trials and after observes of during in additionally of pharmacovigilance or in a surveillance activities that have to these drugs already instructed and included of these package insert. This is also included of all type of drug, pharmacokinetic, pharmacodynamic effect also, drug side effect, maximum tolerable dose, lethal dose, and concomitant toxicity, drug interaction also. These informations also included and after that up to incorporated. And who to have pharmacovigilance systems? Any company and intended of imported manufacturers, any new drugs for the sale, distribution sale have pharmacovigilance system in a places also. This is the mandate to the all pharmaceutical companies and manufacturer also that have to in a establish of the pharmacovigilance cell in our own of company's system in beneath also. and who will be the responsible to the official to pharmacovigilance activities. In a pharmacovigilance officer in charge and medical officer or pharmacist, and already that have to in a participate some health worker also. It is to mandate to the reporting these system also. Digital pharmacovigilance, this is the already have long term goals in a adapted of the pharmacovigilance. It make online reporting easy. This is the digital pharmacovigilance reporting system method already that have to involve by the uh, Android systems. This is the app-based systems, and some other of AI-based of tools also available. This is the to associated utilize in a various aspects like ASPA search also. This is utilized for the tools for the globally of searching of global of diverse conditioning also. ASPA that's utilizations for the regulatory related of informations, and ASPA medicines that have to managing of all data in a mode of the in a summarized form also. Then make a conclusive and some effective of a resulting also. Some digital tools that have to already utilize like nearest to the AMC ADR monitoring centers. Person have to go to these centers and also report of these ADR reportings. And second mode is mobile applications. Either this is the Android base of system, and another is a toll free numbers. This is already display and reporting times of ADRs. It is a working days Monday to Friday from 9 to 5:30 p.m. If a call is not responded, then one can drop a voice message or voice recording system also. This is also to facilitate. And another is the ADR reporting forms. This is the form physically available, and fill these forms and by self or the with the help of the physicians or pharmacists. This is fill forms and after through submissions of the nearest of AMCs. And another of QR code based data filling system. This is also available, and this is working by the mobiles, and after capture of this QR code, the window already opens, and these accessible informations as per requirement and uploaded, and directly these to submitted to the AMC also. This is the pharmacovigilance official websites. This is the mentions of ADR reporting forms and suspected ADR reported forms. This is also available on a various languages in a regional language, because of some person have to not know of English, not know and well know of Hindi also. This is also some regional language like Gujarati, Hindi, Kannada, Malayalam, and mobile app link already available in this website also. And this is the toll free number. This is the mentions and timing also when we call all also. Adverse drug reactions that have to some terms in that correlated of these drug related events. First one is adverse drug reactions. This is occurs at the dose. Dose dependent, yeah, person have to utilize of some medications, and they have to produce of some noxious and prophylaxis diagnosis purpose that have to utilizations that have to uh, provide a and to initiate of noxious and unintended of therapeutic levels that occurs. Adverse event, it is a not to directly related to the drugs utilizations, but it is also in a during of therapy. Persons have become a like accident. Person become a some wrong surgeries. These events appears that is called adverse event. Side effect, This is the related to the therapeutic dose. Person have to utilize the therapeutically some medications and some associated of unwanted of pharmacological effect. This is also included as a side effect. Like a person have utilized of codeines and another side effect also associated with the these become constipations. Some serious adverse events is documented, like a result in a death, resulting in the life-threatening conditions, requires in a patients in a to become a hospitalizations and prolongation of existing hospitalization conditions, and resulting in significant of disability like incapability and causing of birth defect. This is a serious adverse events that have to mandates to the reporting also. Now come to the next. What type of adverse drug reactions should be the reported? In a previously, I am showing that some serious side effect. The pharmacovigilance has recommended all type of adverse events that is the required to the reportings. All types of suspected adverse reactions, which are pharmaceuticals and products, can be reported of irrespective of whether they known of unknown, serious or non-serious, and frequently or rare also. So that is recommended. All type of noxious events, noxious side effect, noxious of adverse event that have to require to the formation also. And global burdens, if and talk about in a utilizations of medications, then persons have become by the adverse events, they have to prolongations of burdens of the to
Ajay sir,
hello.
sir, your slide is not visible.
अच्छा सर, मैं रीशेयर करता हूँ सर.
ठीक है सर.
सर विजिबल है?
Sir, it
Yes,
is
sir.
visible
Now
now.
it's visible. So now your slide is visible, but you're not audible. Hello.
ओके ओके मैडम. हेलो.
Hello.
हाँ जी मैडम, ऑडिबल?
Yes, sir. Now you're on.
Yes ma'am. Yes ma'am. Reporting system that have to included in two manners. First one is the traditional reporting system. This is the paper forms and doctor noted of by the asked to the patient also, then fill the these form. This is the slow process. And second one is the digital reporting system. This is the online based and portal based, mobile app based. This is the faster and easiest system also. This is the traditional system ADR reporting forms. This is the showing the forms, reported forms that documented specific informations and suspected ADR medications product that occur to the single of a patient also that have to utilization. Sources of adverse events reported with the health concerns and some clinical trials, some patient also, and post-marketing studies and literature sources, media also that have to collected these all informations and fill in the form also. And mandatory sections of ADR reportings that have included patient informations, drug informations, adverse events, and report also. In a patient informations that have to write in a briefly a person's name. Suppose that person name is Ram Kumar, that have to write in short form RK. And the second one is the included of report of informations in a what type of adverse event that have to occurs in during of utilization of medications. Second one is the adverse events and when these events appears, and report also. This is the basic of informations included, and these are contents of ADR reporting forms like report types, patient information including age, gender, like these all information. Suspected adverse reactions, this is also to documented, and suspected of medications, what medications have person that have to utilize, and casualty assessment, what type of casualty that have to appears, and action taken, and which type of medications that have to prescribe for the managing of these side effect, and what action taken that have to take by the physicians. And these durations, two types of conditions that have to applicables, de-challenging or re-challenging. In de-challenging conditions that have to stop the medications, and re-challenging to stop the medications. If a result of all side effect, then the again start of medications, and uh, to assess of the signals and what type of conditioning of appears. Then concomitant medication informations also that have to included, addition informations if a required person have to that have to some physical conditions that associated, relevant a test in laboratory for the confirmations of the side effect also, and these medications also involved, and relevant medical and medication history also. These medication person in a what durations that have to consume of that medications, and initial dose what have utilized, and what is the existing dose, seriousness of reactions, and outcomes report and detailing, and after that date of the report also. These all parameters included in a reporting forms, and fill after the submissions these reporting types, like a tick of the, this is the follow-up studies, yeah, this is the initial of reportings. Patient informations, like already that have to persons that have to utilize patient initial, age, gender, body weight included also. Suspected adverse reactions, date of the reactions, and date of the recovery if the reactions of recovered, and descriptions of about of reactions of a problem that have to appearing also. And reporting of systems that have to included name, brand name of medications, manufacturer details, batch number, lot number, expiry date of medications, dose utilizations, route of administrations, dose of frequency, and dates of therapy of started and stopped also, and the indications for the drug uses also. This is the that up to suspected medications report mandates, and casualty assessment that up to mentions of when take of medications, and what type of incidents that two persons have to feel. This is the death incidents have appears, person become to hospitalize, or these person have to particular disorder that have to utilization, and prolongations of the duration also. This is the based on casualty assessment, and already that up to criteria have utilizations, and uh, to assessment also. And action taken, what type of action taken, like a drug withdrawal, drug dose reducing also, yeah, dose increasing, does not of changes, and not applicable of unknown. This is also mentioned in a these form also. Reporting systems in a re-challenging conditions. Re-challenging conditions, if reactions appears after the reintroductions, and mention of status of the re-challenging, like after given of medications, this is again appears of the adverse drug reaction also, that mention a yes if a reaction appear after the rechallenging. If mention no if reactions does not reappear after the rechallenging. Effect of unknowns, if effect of rechallenge is not, that have to mention a unknown. If a rechallenge is not applicable in a case of like anaphylaxis reactions, that condition is performing in the not applicable because of the anaphylactic reactions in some drug that have to produce of these conditioning, that have to re-challenging not permissible that condition, because of anaphylactic reaction is the very uh, severe and very dangerous to the patient also. Reintroduce of doses, that have to mentions the dose and date of the re-challenging that appears. Then concomitant medications reporting also, person during of treatments, which type of medications in commonly that up to utilizations. This is also reported like laboratory data with the date, also medical and medication of history, like allergic reaction, smoker persons, other disease like diabetic conditions, pregnancy conditions, and additional informations that have to require treatment drugs and other relevant informations. It is included. And seriousness of the reactions, like if any reaction is serious in a nature, tick to the appropriate like a death conditioning, life threatening hospitalization prolongations, and disability and congenital anomaly conditions. This is also that up to serious threatening conditions in a remarkably in a reported. And after the outcomes to the fatal if the patients die, and not of recovered if the patients to continuing of experience in the reaction also, recovering if the patients is recovering from the reactions, and after that the reporting details, name of reporters, persons that have to healthcare that a person involved also, and date of their report also. This is the in a completions of the forms that have to included. Another is the ADR reportings via the Android mobile systems. This is similarly manners that have to included in a physically form fill up also. These steps included, first one is the install of the app. The reporters can be the downloaded of ADR PvPI mobile app that have to Google Play stores. After that, the installings of app, then the mandate information is required like a reporter informations, patient information, and suspected ADR that have to report it. After the reporter informations, the weather requires name, phone number, and email address also with the pin code address, and who is reporting the person identity also, that have to require in a these conditions. These selected either the consumers or healthcare professional like a doctors, pharmacists, and nurses also. This is professions also to recorded also. After that, patient information included in similar of form fill up like to the name of the patients in a utilize of initial like a person name is Ram Kumar, that have to write as the only an RK. Select the genders and mention the age of patient also. After that, the suspected of conditionings that have to persons have consumed of these medications, and what type of adverse reactions that appear, like a person appears rashes, then recorded in this uh, app also, rashes also. Write the date of reactions that have to initiated, and date of the recovery become also. In suspected medications field, and press to the green buttons after that up to add the medication information. Medication informations, what type of information that have to require, medications name, medications dose which you have to prescribe also, name of the manufacturers, batch numbers, route of drug administrations, frequency of dosings, and therapy when will be started also therapy, when will be the ended also, and de-challenging that have to recommended also. After the person's de-challengings that have to recommended, if anaphylactic reactions not appears, that have to re-challenge also when the reactions and recorded after drug was and introduce the medications. After filling of the data, click the add buttons and that up to image of attachments and related of suspected of adverse event that have to appear also. And document related of like prescriptions and report for the detection of the time to the even of relationships that have to included, and can this of reactions to exploit of the other drugs also. So that have to included of concomitant utilizations of medication. This is also, and does the scientific of literature supported this above of observations that have to validate by the expert also, and to correlate of these adverse events with the medications of profiling also. After the remark that concomitant medical of products right to the concomitant medications like a drug take alongs with take of suspected drug also. So this is also all informations with the filling by the expert that have to involve in a these filling system also. And relevant of test that have to require like a laboratory data which have to utilizations of confirmations of the side effect. Other relevant of historical informations like a person have to already history that have asthmatic hypertensions and diabetic condition also. Seriousness of the these like a death conditionings that have to selected of death occurs due to the ADR reactions. Life threatening conditions selected if the persons have to life threatenings, and hospitalization condition that have to appears. Disability, some disability that appears, and after that outcomes selections of ADRs like a fatal, continuing, recovering, and recovered also, and unknown. This is the outcomes that are to interpreted also. After that, casualty assessment to assessment while the utilizations of these to additional informations, write any additional informations related to the drugs like ADR if not. And after that of sending of these report, all fields have to be filled in press the evolve to the containings of icon and sent to the report also. After the submission of reporting, that are further to enter the into the BG flow system to this is the bay-based system that have to individuals case safety reportings and management system, which is to design of persons and to send to the Uppsala monitoring centers for the further processing. This is the based on the app-based system that have to working. The reporting scenario in the year of 2011 to 2020 that have to appears. The in a these histograms already that have to showing pharmacist involvement that have to continuously that participations of increasing, and this is a good sign that up to involvement in a pharmacovigilance in pharmacists that is the increasing also. In a these second one histogram already showing that in a context of the various mode, in a verbal informations person have to inform of the adverse events. This is the major concern of that persons have to verbally of that included. ADR forms including this one ratios, and this is the new growings that have to inform by the online forms. This is the in an initial stage, and this is the emphasis to the of already that have to increase of that one of to these conditioning. in a current status of digital and PvPI systems that have to included some advantages. This is the easy accessible, and it is the patient and healthcare professions can quickly report of adverse drug reactions, included of the mobile app, website, WhatsApp web reportings, and this is the time saving that have to eliminate of paperwork, allowing to the real-time reportings and faster data transmissions, and wide reaches each remote areas and with the interns mobiles areas, and the patients can to participate in increasing in a patient of engagement also, and transparency and accuracy. This is the another of advantages. Hello,
Ajit
I'm
sir,
audible?
now you're audible, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Transparency and accountability that up to digital platforms allow to direct submissions of report to PvPI in a pharmacovigilance programs of India, and that up to reducing of dependency of intermediate. Data accuracy, automated of systems, reduce of manual errors, and improving of quality of ADR data, and quick of signal detections, faster analysis help to easy detection of harmful drug reactions. It is a cheaper that have to save resources of compared to the manual reporting system, and promote of awareness, encourage of public participations and strengthening of trust in healthcare system also. And some challenges with the online systems like a digital divide also. Rural and elderly of populations may face of difficulty due to the lack of smartphones and internet facilities, and this is the already that up to digitally illiterate also, and language barriers also. Most platforms are in the English Hindi. This is also limited access for the non-Hindi regions user also. Awareness gap, many healthcare providers have to patients unaware for the how to wear to the report of ADR. Data privacy that have to concerns, fear of the some person also to misuse of healthcare data and may discourage of some user also. Incomplete of incorrect reportings, patients may lack of medical knowledge leading to the vagus or the incomplete of ADR reportings, and infrastructure issues, technical glitches, and sub to downtimes of poor of connectivity can hinder of reportings. Some limited of follow-up and ensuring of proper of feedbacks and follow-up to reportings or remaining of challenges, and resistance to adaptations. Some healthcare professions still prefer of traditional reporting method also. They have to not want to the shift to the these of newer system also. And some required that up to building of ADR monitoring culture for the patient safety, that up to in a level of school, a level of colleges also, level of the pharmacist and some health worker also, that up to required to the maintaining of culture, required to ADRs monitoring team also to provide of teachings and training educations, use technology that have to already require patient engagements and compliance with the regulatory of requirements, and transparency. This is also requires and continuous of quality improvements and handling systems that have to mandate. Digital pharmacovigilance in India under the PvPI initiative has made drug safety monitoring faster, more transparent, and the patient criteria also. While it has successful expanded of accessibility and efficacy challenges like the digital dives, lack of awareness, language barriers must be the address and strengthening of trainings programs. and promoting multi-lingual of platforms, ensuring of robust of data privacy, and which enhance to effectiveness. Ultimately, digital reporting is a powerful step toward a safer that up to tomorrow's, but it is successful dependent on wide adaptations and continuous improvement also. This is the certification course in our institute already that have to every years to propose, and some students, some pharmacists that have to registered in every years. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Hello, sir. I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Audible.
Sir, there are few questions which has been asked by the participants
Yes, ma'am.
in the chat box. The first question is, if we are reporting any drug or for ADR, then the drug manufacturer is informed with pharmacovigilance. CDSCO will handle this?
First reportings, madam, that have to included that AMC centers have handles. After that AMC to these analyze of reportings, or after that to refer to the regulatory of SIDASCO.
Okay. Okay, sir. One question is, as AI has expanded everywhere, so what are the latest AI applications in pharmacovigilance?
AI applications in a recently limited in this area, but some two or three applications that have to included. First one is the identifications of the coded of side effect also. Second one is the to regulatory guidelines that have to report it also, and third one is the collections of data. So this is the initially phase, but not much more of this field in that present time also.
Okay. So one student has asked that how it's beneficial to do career in pharmacovigilance.
In a pharmacovigilance in area, already that up to showing in a last slide, in a pharmacist, this is have to play major roles, and as a pharmacist, person that have to involve in a pharmacovigilance, like a clinical pharmacist, and also in a these PvPI system also that have to require some clinical analyst also require. So this is the very fast growing area, and this is the very included of vast of opportunity in this area also.
Okay. Sir, one question is also there. He's asking that tell about the current scenario of pharmacovigilance and its specialist in India.
In current scenario in regarding of specialist, this is the specialist become like specifically in a Pharmacy Council of India design a course like a PharmD. This is also specifically in a this in this area that have to enrich of the trained persons also that have to prepare, and clinical pharmacy also person that have to more sound of this area, and basically in a 8th semester also PCI also included a pharmacovigilance elective course. So this is the अभी अगर हम इसको कहें मैडम अभी रिसेंट है, बट इसमें काफी कुछ चीजें हैं, इनिशिएटिव जो है पीसीआई ने ले रखा है एक्चुअली.
इसमें ले रखा है. Sir, one thing more is there. Suppose in rural areas, people are not aware of ADRs and PvPI. Some are not even having that much smartphones. So, what initiatives can be taken in order to make that people aware of these ADRs and PvPI?
For in context of this awareness programs already this already included, and some pharmacists that have to take initiatives, and some health activists that have to initiative that one, or that is required to the to door that a persons already to initiatively and that have to mandate to fill a form also, but a person have to lack a knowledge of that regardings. So some center also that have to situated in a everywhere also center or that have to included a person directly that have to verbally recorded of these informations.
Bilkul, sir. It becomes our moral responsibility
Yes,
somewhere
yes,
to
ma'am.
make the people aware of this.
Yes.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay,
Thank you so
ma'am.
much
Thank
for
you.
sparing your valuable time. And on behalf of both the organizing institution, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our respected principal, sir, our organizing team, faculty members, and all the participants who have made this event a great success. So let us carry forward the message of the pharmacovigilance with renewed responsibility because, as the theme rightly says, your safety just a click away. Report to PvPI. So thank you all once again. Wishing you a wonderful day ahead. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for joining.